okay, lapha kumele si-check in i-employee type before we calculate in the salary. So uma si-check i-employee type asisasebenzisi ke le variable le private. Where is this? This one. Asisayisebenzisi le variable le because injani private. So what do? We just use in lama variables lawa sesiwa declare kuphi kuma property structures. Why? Because wona asekuma public. So it's simple ukuthi sikwazi ukuwa accessa everywhere kuwo onke ama classes wethu. Our employee type is now public, so it's easy ukuthi sikwazi ukuwa accessa. Why? Because now sesiwabeke abanjani aba public kuleli class now, like la kuma properties are public, and then nakuma property nakuma parameterized constructors so I declare as public now because sesiwafakile inside this one. So even here asisakwazi ukuthi siye back le ku employee type la kule si declare as private because ngeke sikwazi ku access even noma ungathi uyayibhala la ngeke ivele, but now since sesikwazile ku access ngale key le prop employee type, then sokusimple ke manje. Then now we have to check in the type of this employee if we overtime. And okay, sorry, here akumele kube property rate, kumele kube prop rate, supposed to be a prop worked hours, supposed to be prop hours worked hours. Yes, okay. So kahle now there is a confusion here. Baya confuse kahle la kunento ofuna silungise la kulama worked hours uma kwi overtime ukuthi kwenzakalani kahle. Let's check the statement back. Okay, bathini ke manje la okay, sorry. Okay, kwenzakalani now bathini la, but how to calculate the salary? We need the hours awasebenzile times the rate for hours that are less than noma equal to 40, and then bese bethi ke manje and 1.5 times the rate of pay for overtime hours worked. Basho ukuthi kahle lo less than or equal to 40 hours kuama hour are normal, and then every hour that is above this 40 is regarded as an overtime hours worked. Every hour that is above 40 isithathwa ngani ngokuthi i overtime hour worked. Why? Ngushiso yini lokho? It's because bathi la and 1.5 times the rate of pay for overtime hours worked. Okwamanje asiwazi ama hours ayi overtime ukuthi mangakanani. Why? Because thina sinama hours nje kuphela azoba wasebenzile. Let's say mhlawumbe usebenza ama hours awu 56, and then from that 56 kumele suthathe lo 56 sithi minus 40. Why is minus 40? It's because we want to determine in number yama hours ayi overtime awasebenzile. Ake sithi emsebenzini usebenza ama hour are less than noma equal to 40. Lawo ma hours lawo asuke ayi normal hours asemsebenzini yakho, ama normal hour owasebenza emsebenzini, but every hour that is above 40 say athathwa njengokuthi overtime. Ilento abayishoyo la. That's why bathi and 1.5 times the rate of pay for overtime hours work. Basho ukuthi ke manje kusho ukuthi lonke i-hour eli over 40, ake sithi mhlambe usebenze 42, sizothi ke 42 minus 40 shuthi kahle usebenze ngaka ama hour ayi overtime awu 2, and then that 2 times the rate and times this 1.5. Lento abayishoyo kusho ukuthi kahle sizothi this 1.5 times the rate and then times 2. Lo 2 uyini lo overtime hours worked. Simthola kanjani? First we need to identify noma to determine the overtime hours worked. So now here i-condition yethu uma ikanje i-wrong. I-condition yethu uma ikanje i-wrong because kuzosiphoqa ukuthi sibe nama nested if, and still izosiconfuse i-method yethu izogcina sesiconfuse ngasinikeze answer right. So what do we do here? We need to change this. Siyenze ibe greater than 40. Why? We want to identify every hour that is above 40. Once i-user yashaya ama hour are greater than 40, kusho ukuthi ke manje sokumele sithole inthini, sokumele calculate ama hours that are over. Okay, so now we need to declare first here ama hours can be double, right? Let's say double yini declare la ama overtime hours. Okay, this is the overtime hours. Okay, so to equal to 0 because as was, and then now this is our calculator. So our calculator is the total overtime hours worked, overtime hour city equal to. Okay, so now sizoyithola kanjani lama hours lawa overtime. Sizothatha lama hours awasebenzile emsebenzini. Ake sithi mhlawumbe usebenza ama hour in total, let's say mhlawumbe usebenze 50, and then sithatha lo 50 sifaka la, and then minus 40 semicolon. Sesiqedile manje ukuthola ama number of hours overtime. Why ngithi first we need to identify noma to determine ama overtime hours worked is because kuthiwa la kufuna siphinde sithanze ngalo siphinde sithathe kahle kahle lo end represent plus 1.5 times the rate of pay. Okay, should we do 1.5 times prop rate, and then again times the overtime hours worked. Times the overtime hours worked. So ama overtime hours worked siwabona ngani because lama hours lawa wasebenzile akuyona overtime. Ama hours nje awasebenzile in total emsebenzini. So now sifuna ukuthola overtime ukuthi ingakanani. Sitsheliwe ke manje la ukuthi kahle le statement basikhonto basifihlele yona lokumele basichazele yona ukuthi ama hours times the rate for pay or times the rate for hours that are less than or equal to 40. So this one represent ama normally hours asemsebenzini, and then bese kuthi every hour overtime noma yes every hour that is an overtime hour ayisebenzile. So uzoyithola kanjani le overtime hours awasebenzile? Kufanele ke manje uthathe lama hours in total awasebenzile, the hours in total awasebenzile minus the normal, minus this normal hours okufanele ukuthi awasebenze, ukuze sikwazi ukuthola ke manje okay mangaphi ke manje ama hours awasebenzile ay overtime. That's why I said prop worked hours, let's say maybe usebenza ama hours of 50 and then minus the normal hours asemsebenzini nomela wasebenza u 40, should overtime masithi 50 minus 40 overtime should bani is 10. Yes, so now i-condition yethu isiyashintsha la, ngeke saba u less than or equal to 40 because izosiconfuse. So now iba simple kanje ukuze sikwazi ukuthi sibe sizocalculate ke la sikwazi ukuthola ama overtime hours worked. Okay, njengoba manje sesikwazile ukuyicalculate lento le, sesingakwazi ke manje ukwenza i-method yethu noma ngathi nama calculations yethu ukuthi sithole i-salary. I-salary yona in total sithola kanjani? Bathi hours times rate. Okay, let's do that. So here yini esiyenza la, sizothi salary. Remember salary ngudeclareile phezulu le, ngudeclare as what did salary so remove ile phezulu, right? Okay, now we don't have salary here, we removed it, so we need to declare it here. So mase declare futhi la. Okay, so salary sizodeclare ngaphandle kwalo if statement. Why? Because salary uzoba khona for both types of employees. Salary sizo-returner for both types of employees, for overtime and for commission employee. So now salary sizodeclare ngaphandle kwale if statement, because if uzodeclare inside usho ukuthi wena lo salary ubelonga only for overtime employee, but thina siyazi ukuthi yini ebelonga only for overtime employee, i-overtime hours awasebenzile, but i-salary ibelonga kubo bowu-2. That's why ngizodeclare ngaphakathi kwale method le. It's okay, double salary, sorry, double salary equals 0 semicolon. Okay, you must not forget to assign to default value. Okay, and then now sizothatha lo salary lo so fake lapha, paste, and then equal to. Now we are calculating now salary overtime. Sizoyithola kanjani salary of overtime? We are told here we are going to take the hours worked and then we are going to take the propped hours worked times, we are told ukuthi say times ngama hours awasebenzile times the hours. Where are the hours? Oh, there's a mistake there. Suppose not be this. Oh yes, is the rate, is the hours. Okay, the hours times the rate. Okay, times the rate. It's prop rate. Yes, prop rate. What else? And what is it? And 1.5 times the rate of pay. Okay, and 1.5 times the rate of pay. Okay, let us start with the rate of pay. Let's say prop rate. Okay, it's prop rate times 1.5, and what else? For every hour that is an overtime hour. Okay, so manje sesithatha overtime le, sizothi times the overtime hour. So iyona ndlela ke le esizoyicalculate ngayo isalary yani nama overtime employees. Okay, sithini? Sifike sithi hours worked times the rate plus the rate times 1.5 for every hour, that is for every overtime hour. Yes, they're saying hours worked, the total hours worked times the rate of pay plus the rate of pay times 1.5. We are given this 1.5, and then times every overtime hour. Yonke hour overtime. So every hour that is greater than 40, every hour that is greater than 40, yona enjani a overtime. So let's say maybe la ubeku 42. It's not like uzothatha 42 sufakela. No, sifuna sizothatha lo 42 because 42 we worked hours, the total hours worked. Sizothatha lo 42 sit minus 40, and then bese sithola in number manje a overtime. That's why la siqale calculator in overtime hours. Okay, so now we are done ngemanje calculator in salary for overtime employee. Now we need to calculate the salary for ilo kunjani. Okay, now we need to put an else foot again. We're going to say else if, and then open a bracket. This is our condition, and then again it's gonna be prop employee type equal to. Okay, what do we put here? Now we need the commission employee. Sorry, it's commission employee. Okay, and then spoon, and then we open a makele bracket. So now so kumele manje sikwazi ke manje ku-identifya ini noma ngathini sikwazi uku-calculate ini i-salary for what, for a commission employee. So nayo futhi inama-conditions according to i-statement. Kunama-conditions okumele siwalandele. Kuthiwa ke the salary for commission employee is calculated as hours times rate plus. Okay, they are saying hours times rate plus. Okay, we're going to say salary is equal to the said hours, so it's gonna be prop hours. This is gonna be prop worked hours times prop rate They told us which there's a plus here. Okay, but the hours times rate plus the total sales amount and times the percentage. Okay, plus the total sales amount, prop total sales amount, times prop commission. Where is the commission? Times prop commission. Then it's simple, we get a commission like this. Very simple. Okay, thank you. Ngizoqhubeka ke futhi nayo kwi part elandelayo.